A science fiction vehicle does not pollute at all. There are no exhaust fumes, it doesn't use petrol, it runs on electricity and muscular power. But you have to pedal. It would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would.
There are no handlebars, no steering wheels, just a tiller like a boat. I've drawn vehicles like that for a long time. I was browsing on the web one day when I saw I was not the only one to have this sort of idea. There was another blogger who thought that drivers and passengers could help power their vehicles by pedaling. It was obviously a brilliant idea, because at the moment we just sit inert and unthinking until we arrive at our destinations. We could play an active part in making the vehicle move. For me, I was delighted to see that my dream had already been realized in part. I immediately decided to buy one, if possible, to try out my idea.
And if, sitting comfortably in his incredible pedal-driven rocket, our artist proved to be a precursor, a pathfinder, showing the way, clearing the route? And if it all just depended on us, travelling in a better way?
Political leadership is needed to overcome opposition, replace many ways of doing things, or at least modify them. There's a powerful lobby in the car industry that earns money selling cars, and it's quite simply not in that lobby's interest to see other forms of transport being developed. Now, this is why we must overcome this opposition, and I think Vauban is a good example that it can work well.
What are we waiting for to follow Freiburg's example? How do we change from one system to another? How do we get rid of auto-sapiens?
There maybe needs to be a core of people who are convinced, who really want to put the idea into practice. Then we need a lobby. Our councillors and MPs need to act. Once this happens, others are more easily convinced. If the council says the speed limit is 30 kilometers an hour, everyone respects the rule, even if they complain at first. Oh no, not that. They're taking our rights away by not allowing us to drive as fast as we want. Then in the end, everyone's happy.
And if the Vauban district was a sort of vast, soft mobility laboratory, in which the cures for our urban misery could be tested?
A laboratory? No, I'd say a model, a very enjoyable way of living. We shouldn't claim we're a laboratory, because it would mean we think we're the best. We think we have a better idea. But it does help convince people. This experiment shows that our everyday lives can be easier, less stressful. And with less stress, we're healthier, more relaxed, less aggressive. Me, I'm convinced. And we also get on better with each other. What more do you want? I think the absence of vehicles helps. And the noise all the time, car horns.
This town has found some of the answers. We can doubtless perfect the model, but it's successful enough to give us hope, and perhaps even find credits for solutions that are still virtual. Our three heroes are clearly on every front, fighting for their vision of tomorrow's towns.
There's a political parameter and what I call a cultural parameter. Children will pass on the message in tomorrow's world. They're future users. We need to make them aware. The demonstration shows that the system is efficient and can be integrated. We know the technology exists. We now need to show it works. We also have to persuade local councillors and MPs. We need to go about it gently, let them see the benefits of installing this sort of equipment as part of a global plan, not purely for electoral reasons, when all of a sudden this thing becomes chic, it's shiny, it's sexy. We've gone beyond that stage. Improving living conditions in towns is a basic public interest objective. That's how we'll succeed in convincing people, get them to see the crystal as a real improvement.
Let's put on our 7-league boots and go to Finland, the last visit in our short tour of Europe. Our researcher and his team have brought their prototypes to a small town not far from Helsinki. This evening, we are fine-tuning, checking, making adjustments, putting the final touches before tomorrow's official demonstration. Our aim is to convince local councillors we can set up an urban transport system that virtually replaces cars.
Try to get, you have to be here, not there. Are you sure it's moving? Going. Take that. Ready, so I guess I have done. Noin. Pidetään tästä päästä. Thank you. And one for the people in Vantaa. Ei meidän tarvitse tehdä mitään, me vaan keskitymme olemiseen.
Nous sommes donc à Vantaa, en Finlande.
Vantaa in Finland is a town interested in using new technology in a new zone that's being developed as an ecological town, a town of the future. They'll be deciding on their new transport system over the next few months. They want to limit the use of traditional vehicles to a minimum, encouraging people to walk and cycle, allowing only a few powered vehicles, in particular serving public transport links to Helsinki.
Quelques transports motorisés pour aller en particulier rejoindre les transports de masse pour aller jusqu'au centre de Helsinki, puisque nous sommes dans une banlieue de Helsinki.